guys, hey, it's Bri here, coming at you guys with another video. Today I want to talk to you about how important it is to exercise the mind. So, if you have ever been thinking about meditation, or you're on your own spiritual growth, or you think you're an empath and you need some help with, understanding what's going on in your mind and that kind of fun stuff, well, that is what I am here to teach you guys, and that is what this video is all about. So with that said, let's get to talking. It is highly important to have exercise in your life. Every single day I try to find a way to exercise. I work out, I do yoga, whatever way I can move my body. But what a lot of people don't tell you is it's also important to exercise the mind. By doing this, what do I mean? You're probably sitting there and you're like, Bri, what exercise the mind? You want my mind to go for a run because it's already running 24/7 all day long. That's what I mean. For one thing, you need to quiet the mind. You need to learn how to quiet it in meditation. Meditation is highly, highly important. Through meditation, a lot of things can happen. For one thing, we quiet our minds so that we're no longer stressing about things. It can lower our stress, and it can help expand the mind so that our memory expands, so that we understand things that are going on throughout the day, so that we remember things, so that we can learn something new. It really helps in our spiritual journeys also to quiet that mind. You can do different types of meditations. There's so many meditations out there on YouTube. You don't have to pay for a meditation if you don't want to. One of my favorites is Aaron Dottie. He has a couple on there. I like to go through and just find ones on YouTube that are different. The Kundalini ones, those are really good. I think it's page something. I'll have to look it up and I'll put her down below for you guys. But those meditations are great, but sometimes just sitting in quiet meditation is key also. You don't have to sit here with your hands in a certain place. You don't have to sit here, like this or any of that jazz. While yes, I find it helps me to truly connect through meditation if I'm sitting here with my hands like that on my knees and sitting up straight. You don't always have to do that, okay? You don't always have to do that. But through meditation, you're gonna connect with your higher self. You're gonna connect with your guides. You're gonna connect with your brain again. You're gonna connect with what really is going on and what you are truly supposed to be here, your true purpose here on earth. And you're going to teach, your mind is going to start to learn the mindfulness that it needs to learn. So through meditation, you're going to get all of this stuff. You can do grounding meditations, which is very key for empaths. You can do meditations for pretty much anything that's going on in your life. If you have, well, that was unnecessary. You can, sorry about that. If you have stress in your life, if you have any of that stuff going on, meditation is key. Meditation has helped me so much. I had put a goal out there at the beginning of this year to meditate every single day, and I have stuck to that goal, and I have watched my life improve, and I watched my memory improve, and I watched myself connect with my higher self, and I watched myself connect with my gifts, and I've watched as my empathic side has slowly gone from controlling me to me understanding it and learning to use it to help others instead. So instead of my empathic side where it used to control me, now, I don't want to say I control it, but I can use it to help others. I can kind of turn it on and off like a switch. So, the next thing is learning mindfulness. I learned this in my spiritual journey, but mindfulness is a great mind exercise to do. So, a key tip you could do is you can sit there and you can stare off in space at something, and you're just gonna sit there for maybe like 15 minutes, take a 15-minute break. We all need them, okay? We don't, and it's another way that you can meditate, but you don't need music, you don't need any of that stuff if you don't have it, but you just pick an object and you stare it. And in staring at it, you're going to let those thoughts come in and you're gonna let them flow out. Just come in and go, come in and go, come in and go. Okay, you're not gonna hold on to those thoughts, you're not gonna stress about those thoughts, you're not gonna overanalyze those thoughts, you're gonna let them come in and you're gonna let them go. You know how many thoughts I would have per day before I started doing mindful exercises? I literally would have so many thoughts pounding at me all day long. And then finally, It was like I could learn how to let them go. They would come in and they go out. If it's a thought that I obviously need to know, then it can stay. But if it's not a thought that I need to know, then it can come in and it can go out. So it's a very good exercise. There are other types of mindful exercises. I highly recommend Googling them to see which one works for you, because that one's my favorite. So I'm just gonna use that one as an example, but you might have a mindful exercise that will help you even more. The next thing is reading. Oh my gosh, I love reading. I have read since I was 4 years old. My great grandma Rainer taught me how to read, and I've never put a book down since. I was the person who, nobody in my family understood why I love being alone. For one thing, I'm an empath, so for me, shutting myself in my room, I loved those moments where I would sit at my chair next to my window, and I had like the coolest room in the house because I had the biggest window and I had this comfy chair right next to that window. It was like perfect. It was like heaven. And now I have that in here in my Zen room with my couch. It's right next to my window. It's perfect. It's also where I like to sit and read, but I would read for hours and hours and hours. In reading, we expand our minds, we expand our memories, we expand our vocabulary, we expand our knowledge. The brain has a chance to just expand in a way that it wouldn't if we don't read. Now, I love reading fictional. I really and truly do, but I also believe in reading a non-fictional at the same time. So right now I am reading a fictional and I am reading a non-fictional. I'm reading the history of tarot. So those two things, I switch them up here and there. So when I just need to relax and I don't want to think or any of that stuff, I will read my non-fictional because it helps me escape into a world. If you are a book lover like I am, you know, I don't know if you guys saw this, but I am also a Harry Potter nerd, but I can escape into that book as if I am that character. I can escape into a world that is a world that I need to escape into for one. It is a world that I need to go to. And that is why I love reading. With the non-fictionals though, I highly recommend, it's always important to be teaching yourself something new. Always teach yourself something that you didn't know the day before. I really and truly and completely believe in this. The next thing you can do for your mind is exercise. Real live exercise. Yes, I just said it. Exercise. When you're working out, you are helping your brain in so many ways that you don't even realize it at that time. So you are working on things that are really, you know, especially when during yoga, my mouth just wanted to go over a whole bunch of words all at once. Obviously, I should have meditated before this video, but when you're doing yoga, what you're doing is you're connecting with your body. You're thinking about where you are at that moment in the body movements. You're thinking of the positions, you're connecting with your body. What you don't realize in yoga is you are also connecting with a higher source at the same time. Yoga has a way of bringing out that spirituality in people that they don't even realize is happening at that moment. Not only does it help with the flexibility and help with strengthening and that kind of stuff, but it does help strengthen your mind also. So believe it or not, yes. When I run, I love running because it's one form of meditation for me. I can run and I lose myself in a whole nother world. I turn on the music. I usually listen to Eminem when I'm running because, I don't know, I'm a fan of him. So there is no help for, you know, the wicked, I guess. But I like turning that kind of music on and I like going for a run. In that time, I am not thinking about anything but that run. And it's a way to stop your brain also from thinking about multiple different things because you're focused on one thing at a time. And of course, you have all of the benefits from exercise. You have the getting fit, healthier, all of that jazz, the neurons. I mean, just so many benefits from exercise as it is. So while it might make you feel tired when you first start, it's really going to help strengthen your mind also. Eating healthy. So eating healthy, I don't know why I took a second for that one, but eating healthy is another way of exercising your mind. When we eat healthy, we are allowing our vibrations to raise. We are allowing ourselves to connect with a higher source. We are allowing our bodies to eat the way they are supposed to eat. We are taking care of ourselves and eating healthy. So many times your mom would have probably said when you were a kid that Eating healthy will help you in school. An apple a day will keep the doctor away. Eat carrots because you'll see in the dark. That one was my favorite. I still eat carrots because I don't want to see in the dark. I have not yet learned how that one actually does work. Brussels sprouts will make you be a strong Superman. Those were my favorite things, right? Well, guess what? In a sense, the way our moms were right, okay? The veggies are helping our minds in so many ways. I cannot say this enough. When I see people eating junk food, when I see them eating chips, when I see them eating food that is not healthy for them, I can almost hear their higher selves screaming, saying, please stop eating this way, please. And I know I just got super loud and excited about that, but it's because food to me has always been a gift. There was a point in my life where I couldn't afford food. There was a point in my life where I was eating ramen noodles. And you wanna know what? Living down here, I love having the food markets. I love having farmers markets because I love going and getting actual vegetables that are grown on the farms that is just so fresh. I love supporting local farmers. Like, it's so much fun. But I also love the way that when I eat healthy, I can think clear. When I'm eating fruits and veggies, my mind isn't bogged down and my body isn't bogged down in a way that, you know, just makes you feel ugh. Like when you eat unhealthy, you know, I am not a huge fan of pizza. I know I just said an American thing that probably hurts people around the world, but I am a huge fan of a good cheeseburger. Give me a good cheeseburger with some mushrooms and onions on it any day and I will be a happy girl. But when I am done eating that hamburger, I usually don't feel my best. Yes, I allow myself once a month to have a hamburger, but for the most part, I am what I like to call a vegetarian because I eat mostly vegetables. I don't even, it comes to a point in your life where you almost don't like certain meats. Like, I don't like chicken, I don't like certain meats, I prefer veggies, and so 9 times out of 10, I am eating like a vegetarian. I'm not vegan because I still like cheese. I cannot seem to get away from cheese, and I know cheese, not all cheese is good for you. So I try to stay away from this cheese too. But yes, please eat your veggies because it is good for your mind. And the last thing I'm going to leave you with is holistic healing. Find a holistic healer that is great for your mind. Reiki, shaman, herbalist, massage, chiropractor, all of those holistic healers, psychic mediums, empathic mediums, people who can mentor you, all of those in the holistic field of line. It goes one way or the other, but either way, one of those guys are going to help your mind in so many ways. It's going to be wonderful because in the Reiki, if you've ever done a Reiki healing, I mean, just already getting your chakras aligned, you're going to feel so amazing afterwards, but it's almost like you can think and hear clearer. When you do a shaman healing, it's almost like you feel lighter. You feel like you're finally whole, especially if you do a full shamanic native healing where they go down into the underworld and they get a piece of your soul that left and they bring it back up to you in a safe way. It doesn't sound as dark as I probably just made it sound. It's actually very safe and it's actually very good for you, but it makes you feel light and it makes you feel airy, and it's almost like, again, your mind can think clear. When you see a psychic medium, an empathic medium, somebody who can help you or somebody who can speak to those who have passed on, it helps clear your mind of all that negativity. It helps clear the negative experiences that you have with death. It helps clear the stuff that has happened to you in your past. Along with shamanic healing, it helps clear the stuff that has happened to you in your past. When you get yourself a mentor, it's almost like having your own therapist. You know, once a week you talk to this mentor, they're sending you stuff to work on, they're helping you through your spiritual journey, and they're gonna be the ones that also teach you and help you learn how to do meditation, how to do mindful exercises. They're the ones that are gonna help you through your spiritual journey more than probably a lot of other people, because they're gonna be able to connect with you and tell you what it is that you need to work on that week. And then the last one, of course, is massage therapists and chiropractors. They have been around for umpteen years also, and we already know the benefits of getting a good massage, all right, because it does feel good and it's very relaxing. Having a me time is very good for the mind, okay? Having any sort of me times. So with that said, I hope that these tips and tricks really do help you. Working on your mind and exercising your brain is highly important. It is almost as important as exercise in and of itself, because without our minds, we cannot go throughout the day. We cannot do the things that we need to do. We cannot drive to work. We cannot go to school. We cannot talk to people. So we need to be working on our minds. And then through that, maybe you're going through a negative experience right now. In working on your minds, it's going to bring your vibrations up. It's going to bring in the positive, because you're going to stop thinking about the negative, and you're going to start manifesting things a whole lot faster. You're going to watch as things start to manifest into your life that you have been wanting to manifest into your life for years. So please, whatever you do today, work on this bad boy up here, because this bad boy, I feel we sometimes neglect it. So work on your mindful exercises today. And with that said, I love you guys. Bye.